last video, a lot of you asked, okay, so what did enslaved women actually wear? So let's talk about it. There isn't really a single answer because clothing depended on labor, the location, and the enslaver. And it also changed over time. Keep in mind, slavery in what became the United States lasted for over 250 years. So what people wore in the early 1600s and 1700s looks way different from what people wore in the 1800s. But there are patterns that historians can trace. Enslaved women working in the fields were usually issued coarse and durable garments, often a simple linen or wool dress, sometimes called a shift or a gown, made from rough fabrics of what we mentioned in the last video, Virginia cloth or Negro cloth. Underneath, they might wear a shift or undergarment, but layering was minimal, especially in hot climates. If you're wondering about supportive undergarments, like stays or corsets, there's very little evidence that enslaved women would be given those types of garments, right? Most would have just worn a simple shift, and while some may have improvised some type of support for certain types of labor, those details were unfortunately rarely recorded. So we only see glimpses of it in historical record. Women also wore head wraps or kerchiefs, both for practicality and sometimes for cultural expression, but as we moved through the years, it turned into a form of control and a marking of their status. These types of outfits were made to withstand labor. Women working inside the home often wore more layers like petticoats, aprons, or jackets depending on the household. They might also have had the opportunity to wear higher quality fabrics or have hand-me-downs from their enslavers, and their appearance could often reflect the household's status. Shoes were not always guaranteed. Some enslaved people were usually issued one pair a year. Others went barefoot for most of their lives. And when shoes were provided, they were often stiff or poor quality or wore out quickly. Clothing wasn't standardized across all plantations. Some enslavers issued yearly allotments, others provided less. Dress was often used as a form of control, marking status and labor roles. And in some rare cases, they were able to grow, trade, or sell goods to earn some money, sometimes using that to purchase fabric or clothing. But these opportunities were very limited and not guaranteed. Even within these restrictions, there were moments of self-expression. Some enslaved people wore things like jewelry or adornment, things like beads, coins, handmade pieces, small but meaningful ways to assert identity and culture. There's no singular answer for this, but the details matter because the details show us how people actually lived under enslavement.